Daly, and this is the Daily Interview. My guest today is Mustafa Kadus. He's the founder and CEO of Skilled Now, and he's here to talk about his new book, A Choice in Chaos, that just came out in Amazon. Welcome, Mustafa. How are you today?
Hi, Sandra. Thank you for having me today. It's a
Oh,
pleasure.
my pleasure to have you as well. So I've known you for a long time. We've worked on several projects over the years. And I have to say, I still learned a lot from the experiences that you write about in your book. I mean, it's just such a heartfelt story, Mustafa. Then you tell it with such openness and humility. So nicely done.
Thank you, Christian.
What compelled you to write the book?
Oh, this is for me like I felt one day that I have to leave something for my kids. You know, I have five amazing kids and beautiful wife, and I thought like I need to keep something for them to know more about me, especially the youngest one. Um, it's good to know from lessons and like what they will get from me, what experiences that I have been through, or like what struggles that I have faced. So they learn from mistakes, or just like they need to go and experience the same issues over and over again. They might do it differently. At least they will be prepared. This is what I'd like to say.
Nice. So in your book, you overcame many setbacks, particularly in your early adult years. And I was struck by your determination and your perseverance getting through those. Where'd you get that inner strength?
Well, I believe that struggles is part of our identity. So through the struggles itself, you will know your greatest possibilities as well. Um, if your life is going normal, you will not know what exactly you have, what kind of power that you possess as well. And during this life and during the experience that I had, of course, I had suffered a lot and I had run through a lot of struggles and being left alone with people, with some friends, and I won't say family, of course, because they were the only support for me during all these phases. But like, if we are talking about finding diamonds, you have to dig deeper, and this is exactly the struggle by definition. Digging deeper for unknown. You don't know where you're heading, but like you have to keep moving, and this is what I always do: keep moving. And this became my personal motto that I practice in my life: keep moving. And I mentioned that in a couple of occasions in my sessions or speeches that if you are in a dark tunnel, you keep moving. You don't stay still. You don't slow down. You keep moving and you keep moving fast. You may even run. And exactly that I advise everyone to do is to put any struggles behind them and just like keep moving and find a way forward.
Well, and with that in mind, too, you're certainly not afraid of taking risks. You took several throughout your life, and some of them turned out great, others not so great. What's probably the best risk you ever took in hindsight now that changed your life the most?
Well, in the business world or in our business life, I mean, risk is the definition of business. So this is the only thing that the business guarantee is to have risk. And sometimes, like when you do business, you might gain money, you might fail, you might lose, you might drop the business and find some other opportunities. But the greatest risk that I have took is when I found my own risk, my own identity. When I decided to take control of my life, when I dropped the highly paid salary because I need to pursue my own goal. I decided not to be chained to other companies' goal or like kind of objectives that we like to achieve. Okay, because I need to have no ceiling above me. I'm kind of wild personality, and by saying that, I felt like I need to be the controller. I need to have the controller. I need to be in the driver's seat and know exactly where I'm heading and what I will be achieving. I also believe that if someone would like to achieve something in their life, they have to go for it. Opportunity doesn't come our way and knock our door. You have to go, and maybe that you walk the extra mile in order to find one. And exactly this was my decision when I dropped this company to do my own business, which was huge, huge risk as well.
You also write about overcoming obstacles and roadblocks with what you call shady dealings with businesses and governments in the region that often ran against your principles. And you talk about the times when you found out what was really going on, you stood up and fought back rather than lose your integrity. My question is, what kept you going back?
I have to say that unfortunately this has becomes a widely spread disease, um, and it's not happening in my region only; it's happening everywhere. The only thing that everyone would like to maintain or should be maintaining is their self-respect and dignity, and just like to make sure that they are the role model for others to emulate, not follower. So I don't go with the wave. Like when there is a storm and the high waves, I felt like I have done a lot to reach where I am now with my experience and with my business. So going to this type of shady deals, it's a kind of undermining or undervalue my mind and my experience because I can do it the easy way, and I have never learned to do it the easy way. It's not like I enjoy doing it the hard way, so but at the same time, I will not do it and lose my dignity and lose my identity that I would like to, that I value a lot.
Could you share your favorite story of standing up and fighting back rather than to sacrifice your principles?
Yeah, there is actually a shocking story that I have been through throughout my career, and when I called it shocking story because not because of the situation or maybe the story itself, because you might see it coming in other scenarios, but because who was the main actor in this story uh, was the business owner himself. So in one of the companies that I used to work in, uh, the, there was actually like kind of a rumor that the GM is doing some fishy deals and he has his own business, blah blah blah, whatever, all these kind of scenarios. And then I found an invitation from the business owner coming and inviting all senior managers to come to a meeting where he's going to confront with this manager, with the GM, and talk to him. And everybody was anticipating that he's going to fire him. Instead, in this meeting, actually, he told him, and I quote, that um, they told me that you are stealing from my company, that you're doing your own business, that you are doing some fishy deals, and I'm telling you in front of everybody that please do more as long as you are getting me millions of dollars of profits every year. This was kind of really shocking. I don't know what message this person, he's completely insane. It is not about the money. It is not about like what you gain or what you're gonna lose in the near future, but what message are you delivering to your subordinates, to the manager, to everybody in the company? What sort of environment or atmosphere that you are creating or spreading in the company? You're inviting everybody to steal because they're getting you some money. So the company itself, I was getting paid fairly, and actually like it was a good job in that time. But like I didn't like the atmosphere. So what I did, instead of just quitting and like let go, I needed to prove to them that you can do better, but with some uh, authentic and legit deals, and instead of doing this type of things. I need to give them the right message. I'm not there as educator. Like I have to tell, or to maybe to tell myself that no, this is the wrong way, this is the wrong approach. I need to prove mine is correct. And over like a very short period, actually, I was able to achieve millions of dollars in this company worth of real business deal. And it was very successful year for me. And the thing that I have done after I achieved that is I quit because I cannot stay in this unhealthy environment. I proved in my points. This is not the way forward. The way forward is to respect yourself. It's just like to respect and value your mind, and just like to capitalize on your experience, and not and just like to do it this easy way. It's a cheap.
That's a great story, and what a powerful message. So that's a good segue because, setbacks, roadblocks. Yep. Those are in the tough times, but enough of that because you've had many other successes throughout your life. I mean, your entrepreneurial spirit, as you write about, started to surface even in your college years. And then you worked your way up and through and around organizations, learning your way, always went to the top, always got the biggest contracts, always won the most awards. Pretty impressive. And then you went on to form 5 companies of your own, a multi-million-dollar enterprise, also going global. So it's an impressive track record. So to what do you attribute the success parts of your story?
Ambitious, being ambition and dedication actually are the first and second uh, factors for success. And if those are not there, then nothing is going to work. I mean, like you might have goal, but you don't take actions, then nothing is going to be done. And I have to say, I'm blessed with some qualities. Like to say, sometimes leaders are born, but like I believe leaders could be developed as well. A lot of materials, a lot of on the internet nowadays. We keep getting things from over the internet. We can get it in tablets if we like, that with wallet, and like then everything is shiny. But throughout the year, I feel like my dedication and commitment was the drive to my success. But just to make sure that this is became a practice. I have just been for almost over 10, 15 years as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. So I have written down the factors that contributed to my success, something that I can share with my readers to my book, or with my colleagues in the company, or with my sons in their future as well. So let me share with you this thing. I mean, actually, it's a good opportunity to share it as well. So, as I mentioned, the first thing in this was ambitious and action are the first and second to success. The second thing that you should have belief in yourself and your ability to do something. If you have this belief in and the power and the inner strength, as you call it, then you will do it. If you believe you can do something, you will do it. And this is exactly what we do in the business and the coaching as well. The third point is um, your life will never change unless you decide to change, unless you decide to take control. I have been through a lot myself, and setbacks, and coming from early suffering childhood as well. And I decided to take control of my life, and this is exactly I decided to take the chance and change it and make the change as well. And I believe also the fourth point, or the fourth factors in anybody's success, that everyone should be willing to pay the price for their personal growth. Um, The personal growth is not in the money, it's knowledge, and the knowledge is power. And this is something that I have over the years. I was just like always reading and like developing my skills and making self courses or just like taking self courses. A lot of things that I have been through, and as you say, leaders are readers. So this is exactly I feel everyone should be doing the same, or like they should have kind of self development and self growth for their knowledge and their experience as well. And the fifth point is you don't follow someone else's plan. If you need to succeed, okay, you should have your own. Even if you are employee, I'm not talking only about business owners, by the way. You should have your plan, your own plan that I need to grow in the company. But a little story about this. When I was working in one of the companies, actually, I decided to move to another location where the head office is located because there only is my opportunity to get promoted. People in the remote area they don't get promoted. They are not under the telescope of the higher management, and this is exactly where I would like to be. Always in light, always under the light for people to see what I'm doing, and like what I'm doing is what is speak in front and on my behalf. So this is exactly something that I advise everybody to do it. And the sixth point is during this journey of success, you will have a lot of people who envy you, or just like they call them the haters. And I always take the haters as my motivators. So this is exactly, if they hate me for who I am, it's something related to them, but I need to prove them wrong. And sometimes, I mean, like for many years, we know uh, the people um, when they act. I mean, like we have this say like treat others as you like to be treated yourself. And not until recent till I figured out that treat others as they like to be treated, as they like to be treated, because everyone is normal. And sometimes when somebody like treat you in a bad way, and like you don't respond, you just get to them nicely, or just like try to be friends with them, or just like trying to prove them wrong that you are not that person that they should hate. Instead, they can just like uh, handshake and just like have kind of good relation together. So haters are always my motivators, are always the reason for me just like to advance. Um, the other thing, which is like I call it the seventh role of my success, and can apply to others as well. Um, that I don't expect anything from anybody. I expect it from my employees to be motivated, of course. I expect it from my family to be like kind of always next to me. But self expectations inspire. Okay, so I have expectation that I can achieve something. This is will give me an inspiration that I will achieve something, and this gives me type of kind of drive to move on. But expectations from others hurts, because like, oh, I'm disappointed. They didn't meet my. You have to step up. You have to go to take a step up and just like look at this issue from top, not from bottom, where you just feel really hurt, and this is gonna affect you and affect your motivation as well. Um, the eighth point that I always measure, the three main factors for success are employee satisfaction and customer satisfaction and performance results. So let's talk about employee satisfaction, for example. My belief is employees always comes first because they are the reason for customer satisfaction. If your employees are not motivated or not happy, then you are flying solo. It's better like to let go. My employees always, I consider them as my partners. we work together. We love to work. I mean, like we have a kind of friendly work environment where everybody shares their experience. It's not like always we need to to laugh or need to share. Like it's good to have it sometimes. This sense of humor is good and healthy in work environment. But employee satisfaction comes from feeling that the boss or the business owner is securing them, is motivating them, is inspiring them to go and to advance in their life as well. So this is very important, and sometimes some practice that we do in the business as well. We always check the market price for employees. So we pay all our employees fairly. So they don't need to think twice or even once maybe about searching or just like wasting their time searching for other job, because we are the best job that they can ever get, environment wise and performance wise and kind of teamwork wise as well. So this is employee satisfaction. Customer satisfaction is exactly the main backbone of the business. If the customers are not satisfied, then the business is gone. The business is not repeated. The business is not growing. And if your business is not duplicating, then you're doing a job. You're not doing a business. You are not in business. You are just like employee in a chain of kind of workforce. And this is exactly that's something that we should always look at it from that perspective. We have, I mean, near to zero actually. I lost, I never lost any customer, and sometimes customer follow me wherever I am, which company I am, just like because we have built this type of relationship and that this type of trust that they just don't think twice about giving me a deal or just like telling me or sharing with me some stories or some obstacles that they might have. I might just give guidance. I don't need to give them business or no need to sell them something to let them feel satisfied. And finally, as I mentioned, the performance result. Your business should be generating money. You should have always a healthy cash flow. You should have always profit, and most importantly, that what will give everybody kind of security. And once they feel like that the business or the profit coming for the business is injected again in the business and the business is growing. It's not like I'm taking advantage of just like taking all the profit and walking away and just like doing something or just like having an island in the Caribbean. It's just like instead like you feel like the business is always growing as well. Um, Point is everyone should know that the road to success is uphill, and the uphill is life. Uphill is you go up and then you go down. It's very normal. And if you look at the balls, just like it's always up and down. It's never straight. It's never always up. So this is exactly what we need to know. We need to know. You need to go on. You need to move forward. And whatever obstacles you face in your life, you should learn from it and take the experience and move on. The 10th point, which is very important, I feel like my best day ever day. So the rest of my life will be my best life. So what's gone gone? It's good stories, some good news, some bad news, some good memories, some bad memories, but always my next life will be my best life ever.
Those are great points. I have to kind of think through all of those again because they weave together in a very tight way. Another very powerful and common thread throughout your book is the influence and deep importance of family. Talk about that just a little bit for us.
Well, because of the hardship of that I have experienced in my childhood, and because of all the struggles that I have been through, I I misplaced the family and my priority at the beginning, because I felt if I am securing the business, I'm financially secure, I'm having enough funds or having enough money to make them happy, then they will be happy. and that's it. So I have to secure my job first, and then my family will come next because I don't want to make their life miserable. But when I struggled during my career, during my life, business life as well, the only one who was next to me was my family. And no matter what I've been through, they are always there to support. They are always there to hold my hand and walk with me, and give me the strength to move on and to move forward. And actually, like I have to tell you, this is personal experience. The minute I put them first, where they deserve, is exactly where my life actually starts to shine and flourish. I have a meaning for the life. I mean, I started enjoying my work more than ever because I know that I'm doing this for my family, for my kids, for my siblings, and even for my other family here at work, my colleagues as well. Everything becomes like really cheerful and really much better.
And so many of those stories run throughout your entire book. It's a very important part of the fabric of your story. So we have been talking about your book, but I know you have another new venture, Caduceuscope, that you're very passionate about. You have a very big vision about how you're going to help other people achieve their dreams and maybe thrive in their own chaos, if you will. What's going on with Caduceuscope?
Actually, the Caduceuscope is a transition for my book, Choice and Chaos. For throughout my life, I enjoy, or just like I have this passion of helping people. Uh, when you read my book, I mean, you may have come through many of these stories. I like to help people. I'd like to enable. I'd like to inspire others to achieve their own goals. So I'm not that kind of like I'd like to keep it for myself. I always would like what I learn to share, and this is exactly what a coach does. In my business life, I have coached many, um, even customers, business colleagues, many members of my family as well. And because of this kind of scenario and what I have gone through, and because of the kind of good feedback that I'm getting, this encouraged me to have to be in this business. And when I established the business, it was like really um, inspiring and motivating to me. And like I have to say, when everything goes dark and shady and like kind of uncertain for everybody, for many companies, this is exactly where I established this entity. With this, where I established this business. Um, Many companies decided to close down or to reduce employees, to fire employees, or whatever the case may be. And instead, I got mm, a lot of my employees into this new mission and the new venture. And I never fired any of my employees because I have the best team ever. So we developed this all together, and the good and positive feedback that I got from customers and I got from coaches who would like to join our platform business actually was kind of thrilling and very very nice as well. I was so thrilled to see as many coaches would like to join this platform because of the wealth of knowledge that we're sharing. We're not just there to deliver coaching and give sessions. We are full-fledged. We're giving them mostly everything, giving the customer everything that they might need in their life, and this overwhelming response is just what makes me believe that this business will thrive and grow more than I even imagine. I'm so optimistic about it.
Well, I'm certain that the time is quite right for an online coaching environment like this, filled with resources to really help people thrive in chaos and achieve their dreams. So I wish you the very best with that.
Thank you.
To go back to your book just for a moment, throughout your story, you weave quotes from yourself, lessons learned along the way. I love that device, actually. You can just flip through the pages and these quotes jump off the page. I love that. So what's one of those lessons or one quote that you'd like to share to close out our conversation today?
Well, there are many actually that I love. I counted. I put down in the book as well. Because of the name of the book itself and the reason why I called it Choice and Chaos. The message or the code that I'd like to give to the people that unless you push yourself over your limits, you will not know what you are capable of doing or achieving. Everyone should believe that even in the worst of times, there will be always a choice. And this is exactly what I would like to tell people. Maybe I quote Tony Robbins when he said, "Winter is my season," and actually, winter, autumn, all are my season. So it's not winter is my season. It's exactly like when it's worst of time, there will be always a choice. And this is the name of the book. This is what I want to have to give the people to resonate in their minds.
That's great. It's certainly timely. I wish you so much success with your book. Also, Kaleidoscope, as I mentioned. By the way, please give my best regards to your family.
Thank you to yours as well, Cinda.
Yes, I've enjoyed chatting with you today. Again, you can get Mustafa's book, A Choice in Chaos, on Amazon, both in print and on Kindle. This is the Daily Interview. Thanks so much for joining us.